What is going on? I already have a super sticker. Look at that. I think I'm about 20 seconds behind. What up? What up? Cheers to you, Rod. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. I think there's like a 20-second delay. I think. Not sure. We're trying a different um, platform here for live chat. It'll be going off of YouTube and off of Facebook at the same time. I'm using something called StreamYard to try to do it just a little easier type of thing. And then I can do cool things like this. Like Corey Matthew from Facebook says, oh, where'd it go? He said it's gone. Oh, right there. Happy Thanksgiving. I can go show. Right there, I can go show. Look at that. I can go Happy Thanksgiving, Clayton. Well, Happy Thanksgiving to you too. How is everybody doing on this fine? It is Monday, isn't it? Monday night. I never know what time of day it is, or time of week, I should say. Sometimes I know what time of day it is. Hi, Joey. It's snowing in Montana. Ooh. It's not snowing here yet. Dason, it has been a while. Cheers to you. Mega Live chat. Yeah, Mega Live chat. Still waiting for Mega Live, to be honest. I'm not sure when I'm getting it I don't know when I know. I'm not sure when I'm getting it for sure. I'm hoping soon. Devin, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Clay, can't wait for new ice fishing videos here from Wisconsin. Hello, hello. Emily, hi. Josh, hi. Everybody, cheers to you all. Like, good day. Good day. 220 people. Pretty crazy. I miss everybody. Like, it's I haven't had a chat since I think August. I didn't do one in September at all, but they're going to get a little bit more frequent throughout here to the ice fishing season. I still got some open water stuff left yet, but yeah, I am kind of ready for some ice fishing. Anthony was wondering what you're using for editing videos. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I pay a monthly subscription of like $75 a month just to run Adobe. So that's like one expense already, right? But it's such a good editing program. It's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Grant, I'm heading north this weekend. Nice. Good luck up there. Good luck. Any big video fishing plans for this winter season? Definitely lots of underwater stuff. That's definitely going to be a huge goal for sure. I love the underwater footage, whether it's walleye, lake trout, northern pike. It's so good. So, dude, did you get a new boat? I did. I didn't get it yet. It's supposed to be here hopefully by Christmas, maybe sometime after that, and is actually going to spend probably a couple months at the dealership just in the showroom there at Regina Marine. But I ordered a new Starcraft, a 188 tiller. It's a new kind of a tiller that's just come out a couple years ago for Starcraft slash Smokercraft, and it is pretty nice. So I got in touch with Regina Marine and we kind of worked on something. I'm not getting a free boat or anything like that. I'm getting like a small little discount type of thing to kind of help promote that boat a little bit. And Starcraft will help promote me type of thing in return. And yeah, I'm excited to be in that boat. It looks like a really nice boat, to be honest. So now I got to figure where to get rid of that comment right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I did get a new boat. All season angler, thank you for the super chat. What's your most look forward to ice fishing lure for 2020? And don't forget the shot. You're right. We'll have a shot. And the lure that I'm looking forward to the most for this ice fishing season is still right here with me. It sits here. Is the new dinner bell, the chartreuse one with the red circles. Cheers to you. Appreciate it. That is the one I'm looking forward to the most for sure. Okay, and I gotta try to catch up on some stuff here. Do you still have a couple ice videos from last year? Yes, I do. I have 2 lake trout videos to come out from last year. Clay, are you going to show us how to organize tackle? Oh man, I tell you, tackle is my garage may look more organized than it really is. That's for sure. Do you still have a couple videos? Yes. Come to Colorado. I'd like to get to Colorado one day for sure. Early ice walleye. What are you doing now in the boat to mark spots. What are you looking for? Basically, any spots that are good right now are likely going to be good at first ice. So I'm starting to mark spots. Pay attention where the bait is. This time of year, the ciscos and the whitefish will be starting to spawn. In the back bays, they can spawn, or up creeks, that type of thing too. But a lot of times where the ciscos and the whitefish are spawning is going to be where some of your best early ice walleye fishing is. So pay attention to that for sure. Any hunting videos coming up? I'm not decided yet for sure on the hunting thing. I might do something. I'm not 100% sure yet. Motor on the boat will be a 90 horse 4-stroke Merc with the big tiller handle. So I'm going to have a heated grip too. It's going to be awesome. Any tips for early ice, Lake of the Prairies? Anywhere honestly on Lake of the Prairies can be good. Just somewhere where you can walk out from and be safe. And then you can never go wrong with somewhere off of the river channel. 330 Maniac. I don't think ice can come soon enough, but that's for sure. 330 Maniac has a really big YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked him out, it'd be definitely worth checking him out. He has got a lot of subscribers and makes some really, really good videos. Any goals this winter? Just to break PBs, right? Got to break a PB walleye. Got to break a PB lake trout. I have my PB walleye is 13.56 pounds, 32.5 inches. So that's going to be one of the goals for sure. I don't have any bucks lined up this year for hunting. I just kind of started to put the cameras out here in the last couple of weeks, and nothing's really moving yet. So when I do get some trail camera photos, I might do some updates and stuff like that for the videos. Are you sponsorship with Otter and Humminbird? I'd say not necessarily sponsorship, partners. I like the word partners more than anything. How are those kitties doing? You know what? We'll bring Tigger down at some point, but I don't know if I've done a live chat since actually Lucy passed away. So we only have Tigger now. Lucy was an older kitty, had some problems with him and that kind of stuff. He was a trooper right to the end, though, and we got to spend time with him. But we still got Tigger. And he is as cuddly as ever. We'll bring him down later for sure. If you could get any boat for free, what boat would it be? I don't really know. I like the smaller boats. At this point, if I get any boat for free, it'd be the one I want to use right now is the new StarCraft. But like, I don't really know if there's a question for that, right? Like, I think if I could have like a bunch of boats, right? You can have somewhere you can go. Like, I'd love a river boat where you can go because it's something that I don't fish a lot, but like a jet boat would be really good for a couple situations. But I wouldn't want to run a jet boat all year, so that'd be like if I could get a free boat, it'd be a jet boat. I think something like that. No giveaways today. We'll do some giveaways though in the near future, though, for sure. Clay, will you add ice thickness when you do ice videos? It's amazing for us in Utah. You drive your truck on the ice. Yeah, I can try to do something like that. I'll never drive my truck on the ice unless I have like at least 15 inches of solid ice, 15, 16 inches type of thing. Once you get like 15 inches of clear ice, you're solid though. You are very, very good. Where was that? Thanks for all the vids, advice, and laughs. Shout out from Father Joe and son Thomas, who caught his first big bass today. Well, congratulations, Thomas, on your big bass. And you're very welcome for the video. I appreciate you very much watching the videos. It means a lot. Is Otter expecting any product shortages this winter like every other industry? I haven't heard that yet. But I have a feeling if you want to buy something this year, buy it early, because I just have a feeling that by the time midwinter rolls out, a lot of stuff is going to be sold out, whether it's Otter or whether it's Ion or Striker or any of that stuff. Buy it sooner than later, because I have a feeling we're going to go through stuff pretty quick this year. Clay, you're just getting a free boat. I'm not actually getting a free boat, honestly. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not getting a free boat. Any plans for Mega Live or Mega 360 videos on the ice this coming season? Are they still in the back order of 2100? I have Mega 360 already, so I'll probably do some videos with that. I am hoping to have Mega Live that I can be using for ice fishing season. So we'll wait and see. Yes, call CMX Power Sports your Otter. They're in Saskatchewan, Swift Current. If somebody wants some otter in Saskatchewan there, or even Alberta. They're pretty close to the Alberta border. Swift Current is a great option there. CMX Power Sports. Hi Clay, good video at Cranberry Portage. Thanks, Mikey. Hope all is well, buddy. Shout out from Alberta Hospital. Watching your videos while I'm here. I hope you're okay. I hope you're not in the hospital and like in dire need of help or something. I hope everything's okay for you there. That's always sad. The hospital. The hospital's always scary. Was out at Last Mountain Lake a few weeks ago. What a cool looking fishery. It is pretty awesome. Are you going back to Keenan for Laker ice fishing? I think I'll probably head up to Keenan for some Laker fishing this winter. I think. I'm pretty sure anyway. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. I'm not in Walleye Wars 10. No, I am not. Dason, I have a pontoon. I couldn't get it in the lake since July because the water went down so much. Yeah, water's been low everywhere. It's crazy. Crazy. Tobin Lake Guide Services. Hi, Corey. You're not late. You're just on time. You're just on time. You want to join the dark side? Fly fish for some big old carp. I'd like to do that at some point for sure. Winter camping with a friend, Jay, this year. You never know. You never know. Is it frozen up there yet? No, our water temps are still pretty warm this year, like compared to a lot of other years, surprisingly. So we'll see. I'm hoping we're not going to wait too long for ice this year. That Laker video is awesome. Thank you very much, Nate. I got 2 Laker videos coming out from open water this year yet, and the fish get bigger and bigger in each video, so that's a good thing. Do you think they're working on a multi-transducer that Mega Live inside imaging in the works? I honestly have no idea. I wish I could give you some insight on that, but I have no clue. Dylan, if I do miss somebody's super chat in there, make sure you point it out because this one just all of a sudden showed up when I was scrolling through. Like I said, I'm working with a new program this year. Booked into Baker's Narrows Lodge for April. Any tips? What do you suggest for line setup and depths? The best thing you can do would be to talk to your guide or guides that are going to be there at the same time. In April, you're going to be looking for some humps, probably closer to deeper water and line. I've always been running like a 30-pound Power Pro. In the past, this year I'm running 30-pound suffix braid, and then like with a 25 or 20-pound floral leader. That's probably the biggest line setup I could say is like a 25, 30-pound braid and then a 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. I hope you do well up there. Thank you for the super chat. Cheers to you. I wish we could meet up and we could fish for some Lakers from Ontario. That's a long ways away. What are your water temps right now? Like 58, 57. So that's really hot for us for this time of year. Depending on the lake, but that's definitely hot for us. Where's your wife? I don't have a wife, but I do have a girlfriend, and she is upstairs probably monitoring all the chat and everything like that. Can't wait for those big lakes, man. Big Lakers. I agree. Clayton, love the Laker videos. Will there be any deer hunting videos? Not sure yet on that. At some point, I'm pretty sure I will do some hunting videos this year. I'm just not sure when yet. Thomas. Hey, Captain Tom from the Keys. You're doing great work. Thank you very much. Thomas was a neighbor when I used to live in the Florida Keys. This is awesome. I'm doing it on Facebook at the same time right now as YouTube. So there's people that don't maybe comment on YouTube or follow and stuff like that. It's cool that I have them on Facebook as well. Very, very neat. Biggest mistake on the ice? I forgot my rods once. Like I drove an hour and a half and got there and realized I forgot my rods. That was like the first part of the season. And to be fair, I literally just put my puppy down the day before, so my head wasn't really in it. But yeah, that's probably my biggest mistake I've made. Saw your drop shot video in Heavy Rock area and tried it. Loved it. Awesome, Terry. That's deadly. Drop shot works, definitely. Would you be interested in targeting muskie? I do want to target muskie pretty bad at some point, like really bad. Just always. It's always so far away from me. Hey, Clayton, I thought that you reply to all your YouTube comments. Time for the keys. Steve, I usually do reply to all my comments. I try to. Time for the keys, ? We live in South Florida now. That is awesome. I hope everything is well, Steve. Miss you guys. Tell Izzy I say hi. Why no pictures on your walls? You know, we just took this. There was a big TV kind of stand here before, and we just took it down. So maybe some pictures at some point there. But yeah, Man, your underwater pike strikes are amazing. Thanks, buddy. I enjoy the underwater stuff. I'm lucky to find some clear water stuff to make it work. It's hard to beat that super clear water when it comes to those big pike. It's crazy. Think it's time for another competition with Jay. Yeah, it's definitely getting time for sure. Would you choose a new flasher or a new flip over? Where would you invest your money? Well, probably the flip over if that's gonna take if you have both already and your shelter's good, then the flasher to up your fishing. But if you don't have somewhere to stay out of the elements, then definitely the flip over shelter type of thing. So whatever you need more in that sense, I guess is where I'd put the money into, right? Like I know it's probably not the right question you're looking or the right answer to your question you're looking for, but yeah, flasher will help you catch more fish, but you do need to stay warm at the same time. That's a hard one. Would you ever consider taking an angler chosen at random take out for a day? I'd like to do some of that stuff once COVID is kind of in the past and all that kind of stuff, definitely, just to make it a little bit easier in that sense. But yeah, I'd like to. Pike rod for the iFish Pro would be the 43-inch Mr. Big from Frostbite. That has been awesome. Hello, Clayton Clayhool here with CCN's guides. Service, hope all is well your way. And remember, I have an ice castle with your name on it up in Metagosh. Yeah, once I can drive to the States, I'd love to do that. I'd like to come down there and fish in your ice castle for 2 days and make a video out of that. Push your ice castles down there. That would be cool. I really want to catch some bluegill at some point. Travis, howdy, howdy, howdy. What camera equipment do you use for your videos, brands, lenses? I use mostly GoPros besides my Canon camera, which is a Canon XA40. And then I have a Canon G7X Mark II. And then mostly GoPros. Lenses are just standard lenses. I use a wide angle lens on my Canon, my main camera. But I don't use anything super fancy. You always hear some YouTubers always saying, "Oh, I'd have a better channel if I had better equipment." And it's like, no, man, you can film videos with your iPhone if you do it right. Like, I would say that audio is probably the most important. And for audio, I use these right here. They're pretty cheap. Tascam DR10L. Those are awesome. Will be the best lake for walleye close to Saskatoon for probably for big fish, Diefenbaker and Last Mountain. Even I must have missed a super chat. Somebody said right there. Tobin too, but then like there's a bunch of little gems that are not too far away north. They're probably like an hour and a half away. Forget the names of them, but you just have to spend some time searching. There's lots out there. You'd be surprised. But Diefenbaker and Last Mountain would be a hit for sure. Aaron versus Clay versus Jay ice fishing challenge. It's possible. It's possible. We'll see. Nothing's been talked about yet. Cheers to you. We'll see what we can come up with. I had a double shot of that one. I will we'll have a shot for the next super chat. What's the new Humminbird Live like? Is it better than Live Scope or Live Sight? I honestly have not had a chance to play with it yet. So one day I'll get a chance to play with it and I'll let you know what I think of it. But right now I can't really tell you at all. I could put you on some giant gills if you ever wander down near me. I'll keep that in mind, dude. I'd love to hit up some big bluegills at some point. I've never caught a bluegill. I've never caught a crappie. Have you liked your Evinrude on the 185? The Evinrude was good. I had two problems with it. I had a trim relay I had to switch, which was minor. And then I had to get Regina Marine to reprogram the computer because it had a fuel pump short. Other than that, it's amazing on fuel. And it's been pretty solid. It's snappy, so it has been good. It's been really good. It's your GoPro hat mount, Icefish Manitoba tripod mount drilled through the hat. No, you're right there. It's an Icefish Manitoba hat, which I actually broke on my last trip. I just had to make another hat. But it's an Icefish Manitoba hat with a tripod mount drilled through the hat. That's what I've done. 39 hours needs to unleash the in-shick tensity. Yes, you and you alone on your own team against the rest. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I like fishing alone. You ever fish Mille Lacs in Minnesota? No, I've never fished Mille Lacs. Never, ever, ever. Why were you critical of walleye wars when the idea first came out, but fishing it recently? I was critical of the walleye wars when it first came out, just because some of the rules they had in terms of measuring every single fish, and then a few of the rules in terms of open mouth, not open mouth type of thing, and none of the rules were the same. I never believed in measuring every single fish you caught. Like you want to the thing is with the tournaments is the less time you can keep the fish out of the water, the better. So for a few fish, it was one of those things that it wasn't a big deal, right? Measure a few fish, put them back in, and then once they've adjusted all the rules now, like in Saskatchewan, they have your biggest fish a day, and then they have rules now where the nose and the mouth of the bump board or not, where the nose and the mouth of the fish have to be touching the bump board. That's great, right? Because it just there was some of the rules before were so in between, but I think they're doing a great job now with everything, and it seems to be good. I know they're a little bit lacking on some participants, but yeah, so that's why I was critical of them when they first came out. And then I did fish in one, and I it went well. It just doesn't work really well for me in terms of the whole filming side of it, just because I'm focused more on the filming than I am the tournament. I always tell people it's like you're going out for three things: to fish a tournament, to go fishing, or to film. It's so hard to do, like, to mix all three together. Hey Clayton, how are you? How do you think the river section Nippon will fish in the next 3 weeks, given the Vanny was won with only 28 pounds? I don't know, but I am going to be heading up to Tobin at some point and probably will try the river at some point. But I think once the water starts to cool down a little bit, it should get better. How does Carter like his new boat? He loves his boat. He put a lot of time in it this year. He's learned a lot. He's figured a lot of bites out. He's doing really well with it. I think he's going to be looking to upgrade not next year but the year after. So, what mic do you sync audio and to video? What mic do you sync audio to video? Well, with that mic, do you sync audio? Yes, I sync all of that that audio off of that mic to all of my new videos. Dustin, any chance we'll see a Duck Mountain video this winter? Do you enjoy fishing stock trout? I do it sometimes. It's not something I've got to spend a lot of time doing it yet, but hopefully at some point I will get out there and do some more stock trout. I really need to. Watching on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube is almost running a minute behind Facebook. Really? Hey, that's interesting. A whole minute. I know there was going to be like a 20-second delay on one of them, but that's interesting. Have you ever had any problems with the reel seats on the frostbite rods? I had one reel seat, I think, on one of the rods, but I believe they fixed all that for this year. Other than that, I haven't had any problems on that stuff. No, it's been pretty good. I'm trying to think now, and I don't think I've had really any problems with that. I know some people had at some point, but they were always wanting to take care of people in that sense. So if you do have a problem with something, just make sure you get in contact with them because they'll take care of you. Do you have huge native brookies near you? No, we have no brook trout near me. I got for native ones. We have some lakes that aren't too far away, about 2-3 hours for stock brookies that maybe I'll get to fish one day, but nothing native though. Are you getting excited for ice fishing? I am, but the fall's been so nice. It's been really nice to fish like in the boat longer, right? But I'm excited for the ice fishing stuff for sure. It's one of those things. It's like end of ice fishing season. I want to like I look forward to the boat. End of the boat season, I look forward to the ice fishing season. But I wouldn't be mad if I could do like one for 1 month, another for another month, like back and forth, right? That would be way better. Clayton, don't be mad. Just sold my Alumacraft for a Lund 2022. That's okay. I'm selling my Alumacraft for a Starcraft, so it's all good. I'm not mad. Clay, come to the docks. It'll be awesome to see you up here. Blake, at some point, I do need to get up there, and maybe that'll be like my last trip of the year with the boat or something. When it gets really nasty out, I'm doing a Tobin trip here at some point, but I do need to get up there. Cheers to you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Ooh, stuff hits good. We're having with super chats. We're having the apple pie moonshine. Ooh. Um, what kind of box do you use on the back of your snowmobile? I was using just a plain old box, but now I actually have a new sled, and I have like a big fancy actual box for it, like a run that fits on the skidoo. Why are you going Starcraft? And why don't you just run a Vantage using a big motor slow you down? I've I don't You don't need a Vantage when it comes to smaller tillers. Carter found that out too. He had a rear trolling motor on his boat and he ended up using his big motor just as much or more. I can just do more all the time, and the Vantages are probably not made for my style of fishing. I'm like I move around so much. Like, don't get me wrong, advantage when it comes to perfect boat control all the time, like just slowly backing up in the wind. Yeah, definitely the way to go. But I don't need advantage from my style of fishing. If I was to fish a lot of walleye tournaments, then yes, I would have advantage for sure. Just starting with some YouTube videos and was wondering if you could check them out and give me some feedback from South Dakota. I will see what I can do, Anthony, if I can send me a link on Instagram or something like that, or on Facebook or whatever, and I'll check a video for you for sure. What's your favorite boots for ice fishing? Mine have been the Cabela's pack boots. I think they're the Trans-Alaskan pack boots. They have been pretty good for me. Do you prefer ice trolling or sticking to a single spot? I would prefer to move around if I can, but the filming prefers me to stay in one spot the longer that I can. Moving around when you're fishing ice fishing is hard enough, but moving around when you're trying to film is even that much harder. Is YouTube your full-time job? Right now it is. I do plan on going back for guiding in the summertime once things fire up again. But right now, YouTube is kind of my full-time job. Now, I don't have much of an income from YouTube, of course, but I have some partners that I work with and all that stuff. I think I was answering a question and then skipped it. We were talking about sponsorship and partners. StarCraft sponsorship. Oh, right. I answered the back half of that question. Um, I'm partnering with StarCraft. I'm not getting the free boat. I'm getting a little bit of a deal. And there were one company that wanted to work with me. And to be honest with you, the new Delta StarCraft 188 tiller looked really good. It's something you can't find a lot of information of. I guarantee when I start doing some videos of it, people are going to start buying that boat. It's really nice. Like, it reminds me of a Lund Pro guide, basically, in that sense. Probably just a little bit smaller price point, but it looks nice. The Delta series from StarCraft. And now, growing up, my parents ran StarCraft, and we never had any problems with it. So I was comfortable going with that brand. So it was just like Illumicraft. It was the first time I ever owned a Illumicraft, right? Like, that's gonna be my first time myself owning a StarCraft. So I've had, after with this boat, I'll have on my three boats. I had a Mako, which is made by Tracker, and then I had the Illumicraft, and now I'm gonna have a StarCraft. You ever tried overnight in your Otter Lodge? I haven't done it in the lodge, but I might this year. I have one of those lodges coming, um, with a door, like that has the full door. So yeah, Savage Gear is a partner. Yes, I'm never gonna hide anything of that. Like, anybody that I tag in my videos are a partner, but it's also a product that I've used for a long time and believed in. Like, before I was partnering with Savage Gear, I started using them like in 2010 or 2011, guiding yet for pike. And like, I remember, like, I was one of the first ones in Canada to be throwing Savage Gear, excuse me. And they're awesome. Like, it's so good. Where's that one? Everyone on here would buy a CSO sticker. When would you stock some? I have CSO stickers actually on my website, www.claytonschicoutdoors.com. There is actually stickers on there. I think I can chat in there. So yeah. Do you like the Sportsman's Caddy from Otter? I do like the Sportsman's Caddy. I like the Sportsman's Caddy, but actually, you know what I've been using more now than any is the Sportsman's Sidekick. I don't know if it's called the Sportsman's. It might just be called the Otter Sidekick. But the Sidekick was really awesome. Like, love the Sidekick. Lund Pro Guide is what I got. Only 1875 though. That's a gorgeous boat. Like, that's a beautiful, beautiful boat. My only complaint with my StarCraft, where was that? Is that the track system is horrible for finding accessories for. I've heard that. Now, I'm having some kind of accessory kit coming from Burt's. I believe it is Burt's. I think it's called, I forget what it's actually called, but it's Burt's Rod Holders or something like that. They make some stuff for it. So I'm going to have to see what to get else, what I can modify with those or what I can do with them, whatever, because I want to put a live Mega Live on there and everything when I get it, my Mega 360. So hopefully there will be some companies that want to like make more stuff with it when the StarCraft starts to get more popular. So what kind of sled did you get? I got a 2019 Skidoo. Oh, I can't remember now. Expedition 900 turbo, 155. It's been a while since it's my first Skidoo ever. I've always owned Polaris. I think it's an Expedition. That's funny, right? I can't remember right now. Yeah. Oh, somebody said super chat. I must have missed a super chat right there. Rick, whoever keeps shouting that out, thank you so much. Time for a shot. Thanks for the info in the past. You're welcome, Rick. I saw that you cracked a 28 or 29-inch walleye at Lake of the Prairies, and did I see you tag the bandit crankbait? So it must have worked for you. So congratulations. And when are you going to release that ice ice fishing video? From it's going to be released November. I think I missed another super chat too. This is a new program for me, so if I miss some of these, I apologize. I got Blake's, saw Rick's. Oh, and there's another. There's two more. Ty, and M. Stay. My pronunciation. I'm probably um mispronouncing your name. Another run of the "If it ain't chartreuse, ain't no use" merch. You can actually go to my Teespring site, and there is "Ain't chartreuse, ain't no use" on there. Um, Started watching your videos at the start of lockdown. Haven't missed one since. I love your passion for fishing. Shout out from Michigan. Well, thank you very much, Ty. To Ty and M. Stabe. I really feel bad if I'm butchering your last name there, sir. Cheers to both of you. Oh, 154-inch track. Yeah, that sounds right. Hey, Clayton, how did you get into guiding? Um, I'd love to do that out of school or later in life. I just started applying at lodges and was lucky enough to get a job my first year at Scott Lake Lodge. Had an outpost camp called Wigness Lake Lodge, and I worked there for a year. And then I went over to Wollaston. I was there. Now I've been there for 17 years. I was going to say what has been there was there, because it feels like with having 2 years of COVID not guiding, it feels like I'm not doing it anymore. But I still do. I still plan on guiding. Um, so that's kind of how I got into it. And the best way to do it is to start. I would start sooner than later with the guiding thing, because sometimes you have to work your way up, whether it's working on the dock for a year or maybe not guiding as much as at a lodge, something like that. So the biggest thing is just to get in with the lodge and just start working your way up. It literally could mean, like I said, being a dock boy for the first year, working on the dock or whatever. There's going to be a lot of guide jobs coming up in the next couple of years. I'm pretty sure of it. Once COVID starts to be in the back pocket and lodges start opening up again, I have a pretty good feeling that we're going to be seeing lots of guide opportunities open up. Where would you like to see yourself in 10 years from now? Right here, talking to you guys. Right? That's the right political thing to say. No, to be honest with you, just literally doing this, just fishing and sharing my adventures with the world and having fun, and hopefully have maybe some kind of crew that I have working with me or whatever, where I can get them to edit videos or just keep me organized and that kind of stuff, and put out more and more. But doing this, I've honestly been loving the last couple of years of this. I really have. Okay, I'll get to those super chats. Hey, were you up here in Flin Flon? I was behind you for a second on Main Street in your trailer lights. Yes, you saw that. My trailer lights were going crazy. Yes, I had to mess with my plug, but you're 100% right. My trailer lights were going crazy, and I got out and I messed with my plug. I got a couple super chats we got to catch up on here real quick. Rippin' Lips Adventure, M Stabe for apparently nailing his last name. Well, that's good. And I got another one here from Artie. Oh boy, where'd it go? Clayton, we haven't seen a video from Uncut Angling in a few months. Have you heard from him and is he fishing again? Check on your friends. Cheers to all you guys. The hashtag check on your friends. Yes, I do keep in touch with Aaron. We usually talk every other day, and he's 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 doing okay. He shared with the world, obviously, that he's going through a tough time, and not necessarily a dark time, but a tougher time. And he's coming around. He has gone on some fishing adventures, so he is trying to put some videos together. You know, Aaron, he wants to get the perfect video before he puts it out, so he is out there trying to put some videos together again. He's um he should be at the Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show with me. There's a spoiler alert. The Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show is coming up November 5th, November 6th and 7th, I think it is. I'm going to be attending. I'm going to be there, and I believe Aaron will be too. And I won't spoil anything else because I already probably spoiled too much. But Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show, pump for it. All season angler. Do you need a captain's license to charter? I signed up for my captain's license in January, Ontario. Where I'm from, no, but you need to be in Saskatchewan. You have to um, be working for a lodge. In Manitoba, you can uh, charter. You can charter yourself, and I don't know the regulations on that. Then you have to have insurance or whatnot. But in Saskatchewan, you basically have to be working for a lodge. Jim, what up, big guy? Hey, Jim. Jim right there. If anybody ever has any otter questions, I hope I can say this, Jim right there. Jim Seagraves Fishing. Excuse me, he works at Otter and does a lot of stuff for them. And he answers anybody's questions online that like needs help putting something together, has a problem with something. So right there, I believe he'll be putting my order together here soon. Excuse me, and sending it up. So I hope all's well, Jim. Always appreciate you sending everything up. Clay, how did you get into guiding? I went to actually originally a guide school in Vermilion called Wildlife Guiding and Outfitting when I was like young, 1920. And it really ended up not being um, really much of a guide school in terms of more of like, it was so basic. But what it did was give me connections to the outside world, which was awesome. So that's kind of how I got into it. But I guess how I continued though, honestly, was like just getting to know all the people and my love for fishing, obviously, in all that sense. But the guide school is what really first got me going. But just the love with the outdoors is like the biggest thing that got me into the whole guiding for sure. Why I got into it anyway. So yeah, very vague answer. I could go into more detail on that for sure one day. Nepa shore fishing legend Clayton. Peace. Cheers, buddy. Thumbs up. Anyone heard if Ion going to have G2 augers available this winter, or are they going to maintain their out of stock status for another year? I believe they should have stuff. I haven't heard they're not going to have stuff, so I really can't answer that question for sure. But they should have product. The G2, if anybody is thinking about buying it, it's very good. Hey Clayton, do you know? How do you know such about fish biology, such as seasonal movements, fish feeding habitats? Love the videos, man. Experience. I know little about fish biology. It's all experience, and anything that I say in my videos isn't obviously like always 100% facts. A lot of it just could be opinion or stuff that I've experienced over the years, over the, because I've guided for pike for 18 years. So pike is one of the things I know the most about. Lake trout a little bit too, but I also do a lot of research. Like when I'm going to go somewhere, like I do research. Like Cindy will tell anybody, I sit here on my computer for hours just like researching everything I can about the lake, the area, past records, all that stuff, right? Like research. The more knowledge you can like brain in about something like that is what's going to really lead you to like success in that sense. If you just book a trip and go out with no knowledge of anything, like you're not going to do as well. 2 words: Google Earth. Are you 100% YouTube full time? Right now, I am 100% YouTube full time. I have some partners that I work with, but for the most part, like YouTube is part of my income for sure, but not my full income. Hey Clayton, love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Can't believe I found this chat. I have so much to ask you. I've been watching you for a hot second, and your content is gold. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody over watching and following over the last little while, because summer is something I haven't really got to focus on a lot in the past. Winter, the views will start kicking up at some point, I'm sure, but all my open water content is all still fresh, I feel. Jay takes his wife fishing. Have you taken your girlfriend out and made a YouTube video? Terry, we made some videos last year. If you go find my stuff from last summer, we did some camping trips. This year we just never got any of those camping trips, but she's been in some videos in that sense. She is a more behind the scenes for sure. I don't think she'd like to really be in too many YouTube videos. She'd rather send her son Carter or her girl Ray, who is also known as Reagan. But both of them like to be on the videos for sure. Who do I watch on YouTube? I watch a lot of informational stuff. Think Media I watch, like how to like build your channel, all that stuff for ideas. And then for like video ideas, I'll watch for the most part like there's a show called with shipping containers, Life Uncontained, I think. A couple that like built this house, this shipping container together from bottom up. But other than that, I don't watch pile of YouTube instead of like just going through informational stuff. Like for the most part, like I spend more time editing and working on my stuff than I do probably like watching other stuff. I can't wait to start adding overnight on the ice videos this channel. Yeah, overnight ice videos have been like a hit for sure in the past. Is there anything in particular you do to pick off larger fish from a school? Upsize your bait for sure. I hear Ion is struggling to get microchips for their augers. Really? I always hear this word microchips, but I never know for sure. Rush boys. Hi Clayton, can you give me a shout out? There's your shout out. What do you think the best tiller boat in the market? Lund Pro guy looking to buy in spring. Lund has always had an unbelievable name. In my opinion, they're before I found out about the Starcraft, I always like knew of like two tillers, and that was the Lund Pro Guide and the competitor Lumacraft. Now that's always what I was focused on. But I would give a serious look at Starcraft Delta 188T. And that's just not I'm not saying that because I'm gonna be in one. I'm saying that because they reminded me a lot of the Lund Pro Guide with probably a little bit smaller price tag. So the Lund Pro Guide is a great boat, though. Anybody that's had one has had nothing but good things to say about it. Of course, every boat can have a little bit of problems here and there, and yeah. Carter, I just like to catch fish. The video is the bonus. Yeah, Carter likes the fish. He don't care to film. He wants to catch fish. Oh, I think I missed the super chat. Evan, right there. Clayton, 2 questions. When is the next Clay vs. Jay? And when are you coming to Alberta to do some fishing in the Rockies for trout on the fly? Fly or die. One day I'll get there. I was actually in Alberta this year. Cindy took me to Banff. Maybe I should have maybe I should have sent you a message for that type of thing. But at some point we'll get out there. Cheers. Does StarCraft make a 20-foot tiller? I don't think so. 188 is their biggest, which is like 18.9, so almost 19 feet. I don't know if they make a 20 though. Who would your toughest YouTube competition for a biggest? Who would be your toughest YouTuber competition for a biggest Laker challenge? Probably Aaron because he'd go hard. There's always Justin Jenkins, but we all know that I'm better than him anyway. So you know what? Hey Clayton, do you ever second guess guiding once in a while when your clients don't catch fish? Um, Guiding can be the most stressful job when you're not catching fish. But if you can teach your clients to how should I say this, to value the moment and the experience more than the fish catch itself, that's the different changer right there. But um when you're not catching fish and you're guiding, it's obviously frustrating for sure. It's tough, and a good client will know that you're working hard and you're stressed out about it too. So yeah. Hey Clayton, sorry to be late to the chat, but I had to watch a Jay and Sam Trout video. That's awesome. 18 feet 11 inches. Carter says that my tiller that I'm buying is 18 feet 11 inches. So literally 19 feet. Would you like to participate in a series like 39 hours? You would bring a lot to a team. I would for sure, as long as it was for fun for the most part, like in that sense. Like competition and filming don't go hand in hand. If I had a cameraman, all that stuff, yeah, for sure. I did go to Banff and didn't fish because I went to Banff for girlfriend time. It was her time. I was not going to take a rod or anything like that because it was her time. I get lots of time to go fishing and all that stuff. So yeah. Do I hunt? I do hunt. I love to hunt actually. I probably don't hunt as much as I fish, but I do love hunting. When are you going to do a video with Manny? I know I need to get out with Manny so bad. He's such a good dude. Will you be my teammate in the Walleye Nationals on Lake Winnebago? I don't know that lake, man. You got to find a better teammate than me for sure. And I probably couldn't get down to Wisconsin right now anyway. But I do appreciate you asking. Hey, my buddy, I live 2 hours apart and love your show. Can you give me a give me a Chad Sam a shout out? Shout out to Nathan or Chad. I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to shout out there. Hey, it's your boy. We're in the outdoors, cranking wieners, redhead with a Canadian accent. Only 5 people in Canada. That's Justin right there. That's funny. That's funny. That's awesome. Clayton, thanks so much for the shout out. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. Very, very, very welcome. Lots of good boats, but small tin boats with 9 knives can catch fish. You're right. I've always said that. You don't need a big motor to catch fish. That's why I am where I am with a 90, because it's like enough to get me on big water, but it's usually still small enough to get me on small lakes too. So I wanted something in between, because the one thing a little tinner with a big boat can't get you is like great big water. Like I wouldn't want to have a little tinner on Amisk Lake when I was up there, but yet a little tinner on Kississing Lake for lake trout would have been perfect. So, how many days a week do you fish? How many did you fish in the summer? I don't fish as much as people would think. Like, I think I've done 65 trips this summer. So, not crazy. So, 2 months worth of fishing in 4 months. So, I basically fish half the time because I'm also doing a lot of editing at the same point, too. So, love the fishing vids lately, buddy. Keep it up. Thanks, Michael. Hope all's well, buddy. Best areas around the Quapaw Chain Lakes to shore fish for some walleye. Probably right in the Fort Capel itself, in that little river. And then I've always heard by the trout pond, or the is it not the trout pond, the trout station, the fish hatchery station is another good area I've heard of there. So that's would be one of my hottest tips there. I am doing Tobin this year. Not sure exactly when I'm getting there, but it'll be soon, I'm sure. So Tobin, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good day, Dusty. Hope all's well, buddy. Hope to see you this winter. What's your most memorable moment with a client while guiding? Probably one of my clients, Joe, him catching not his first, but his second 50-inch pike ever. I've only guided 4 50-inch pike, and 2 of them have been with the same client. And probably the most memorable moment was the first one, where it was my first 50 guided too. Like it was like, I think in 2012, it was, he hooked a fish, and I remember seeing it come by the boat, and I was like, I just got so nervous. And Joe knew, and he's like, is it big? And I'm like, yeah, it's really big, Joe. And I remember as soon as I got my hand in its gill, it was like no question about it. I just, like, as I'm pulling out of the water, I was like, Joe, you just caught a 50-incher. It wasn't like it wasn't even a question. And it ended up being a 51-incher. So that was probably one of my most memorable moments for sure. So that was a super chat there too that you asked that in. So I better have a shot to that. We'll have a cheers to Joe. Joe, he's also caught a 50 and a half, a 51 and a 50 and a half inch pike with me. So cheers to you, Joe. Hey Clayton, when are you ever going back to Diefenbaker? I know I need to get there. I don't know if it's going to be this one. No, I have not caught a 50 myself. We had to winterize our cabin out at Amisk Lake today. It was the last weekend away. Oh man, it would kill me to have to winterize a cabin like that. I just want to stay out there all year. Any idea when Frostbite will be stocked up again? No, I'm not too sure. Hopefully soon. No, I'm not sure when their website will be open. My color, my toothbrush is purple and white. You need to start fishing with clickbait to pump up those views. That's awesome. Glad you don't love it when you mock those guys. Just so glad you don't love it when you mock those guys. Yeah, there's a difference between like clickbait and clickbait. Some of them are pretty bad, but whatever. They gotta do whatever they gotta do. In the end, they're gonna lose their following if they have too bad clickbait. I really don't care. I recently listened to somebody whine about somebody clickbaiting, and the only reason he didn't have any and have big following is because he didn't clickbait, and it just made me think, oh my god, I'm never gonna whine about something like that because it just sounded really gross him talking about it. So I wish somebody would fish with you. I like fishing alone. I like fishing alone, Vincent. I really do. And it's really hard to fish and film with people. That's much harder. So a lot of my fishing, I'm going out to work, and sometimes it's easier to work alone. What's your favorite brand of ice fishing heaters? I've been using the Big Buddy heater for a little while, and it's been pretty good. What's the best lake in Canada for Lakers? Athabasca. No, Athabasca would be one of the best for sure. But the best lake would probably be like Great Bear Lake is probably like one of the best ones for sure. When is Otter launching their 2022 lineup? I think it already is. There's not a lot of new things added, but there's a couple. There's a couple new things though. Excuse me. After 5 outdoors, that depends on your timeline. Great Bear, yeah, Great Bear is probably the best if you can get there for sure. We're not allowed to use live bait in Alberta. Is that fishing that much better with live bait? Not really. We don't use much live bait in Saskatchewan either. Like we can't use minnows. We can use leeches and worms. But I caught most of my bigger fish though on non-live bait. To be honest with you, can I find walleye in the bottom of deep lakes? 200 feet in some places. 40. I missed the 40, 90 feet deep is a lost cause. Yeah, like you're once you start to get over 30 feet, you're going to cause baritone and walleyes too. But walleyes will go really deep though too, like during the summertime and even this time of year they'll be really deep as well at certain times, certain lakes type of thing. But you can find walleye litter can be anywhere. They can be up shallow, they can be deep. It's pretty insane. The deeper the lake, the harder it is to find walleyes. That I can tell you for sure. Amazing fishing out on Amisk. Love having a cabin out there. Yeah, that's so awesome. Ice fishing or open water fishing is your best. I I would prefer to open water fish if I could choose, but I do love ice fishing. But open water fishing is just a little bit easier um, in terms of setting up all that stuff. But ice fishing, I would say though, once you get in the ice shack for the day, it's easier to control the elements. It's just a lot more work to set up. Frostbite, Mr. Big, or Slugger. Uh, I don't. Maybe your answer. You're maybe replying to somebody there. You must be replying to somebody, Mr. Big or Slugger, for what rod you would need. But yes, that's obviously there was probably a question in terms of what rod for pike or lake trout, but Mr. Big or Slugger are the correct answer for sure. Do you meet L at Keenan? No, I never met an L. Oh, look at here. Who do we get? Great chat. I wouldn't lie. It's Tigger. It's Tigger. All the videos are better when you have a guest. All the back and forth. Yeah, for sure. Tigger, do you want to be in a video? Maybe I'll put Tigger in a video. Hey, you woke him up. Tigger, our shy kitty. You have to look this way. What are you doing? He's trying to climb me. Here. This is Tigger. We're gonna take him fishing. He looks tired. It's almost like he knows that there's like video watching him, eh? Yeah. This is Tigger. Why don't you fish tournaments? Time more than anything. Lots of time. Like you need so much time and commitment. Um, whereas like I just need to be filming. It's more important. Any fall Lake of the Prairies tips. The bridge can't go wrong with the Robin Bridge at this time of year. That's a thick boy. Tigger is a thick boy. But he's lost some weight though, haven't you, Tigger? Haven't you? He's like say he's big boned. Take Tigger out. Should we take you fishing, Tigger? He is the most cuddly cat you can imagine. Like it's insane. Like insane. Thanks for the help of the hyper rattles the other day. Crushed them on Lake the Prairies. That's awesome. The hyper rattles are so good at Lake the Prairies. Best places for stock trout near Regina. Geez, I don't know the answer to that question. I really don't. Look up the Saskatchewan stocking list. Are you okay? And maybe you can find some stuff on there, but I don't know. Love the fluff. He's loves my beard. Like it's insane. It's crazy. This cat is all about the beard. He's one of the cutest cats out there, but he wants to go crawling right now, all over me. Don't you? Hey, he wants to sneeze right now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Tigger. Much appreciated. What are your thoughts on Abu Garcia rods? I haven't used any. I really haven't. Al is their big white puppers. Oh, yeah. I met Al then. Yeah, he's a big, awesome dog. Yes, I met Al. I did. I forgot what his name was. Al, and they had two other little fluff balls running around there too. One of their dogs just loved me. Future plans once packing 500 pounds of gear around gets too difficult. Oh boy, every year that passes, I find myself packing lighter and lighter. No doubt, hey. I'm just going to keep packing the gear for as long as I can, to be honest. I don't really know. I don't really know. Love your ice fishing videos the most. Me and my brother got the Monster Lodge, hoping to slam some lakeshore this winter. That's awesome. Good luck. Good luck to you out there. The Monster Lodge is a very, very good lodge. Very good lodge. Very good um, shack. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a brain fart. It's a very good shelter. Especially with like two people in there fishing for lakeshore or something like that. That's pretty slick. He must have a human allergy. Yeah, maybe right. Maybe he's allergic to me. Any recommendations for uh on good nets for walleye? I've liked the Fraybill conservation series. Shanty, yeah, there's another word. Um, the conservation series is a good net for bigger walleye, and then they make another smaller one that I use lots too for like the guys that don't catch big walleye. You guys out there. Just kidding. What is your favorite place to fish in the States? And will we see you fish with subscribers? I'll be fishing with subscribers at some point. My favorite place to fish in the States though is probably Florida. I do miss like the saltwater tarpon, all that stuff. Yeah. How would you recommend going after walleye in a new lake this time of year? I would start by looking for like deep sand points, something with deep water access, really close, where they got the bait fish pushed up against it. Sharp drop offs and sand points are a really good place to start this time of year, in my experience, anyway. My Linus just looks like Tigger. He weighed in the 26 pounds. Holy cow, that's big. Tigger's, I think, 17 now. I'll tell if Dason, if Cindy doesn't say that, I will say hi. That's why he got a better sled to haul all that. Yeah. Clayton needs his own line of gear. Shick sticks, shick shack, shick spoons. Oh boy. It'll be lots. It'll be lots. It'll be too much. It'll be too much to deal with. I've don't think I've ever fished Wisconsin. No, I don't think I have. Ready to see some deer hunting videos. Yeah, the whole hunting thing will be all depending on uh if YouTube is going to allow the whole hunting side of it, like in that sense, for monetization for that. So, what's your go-to lure for pike fishing? This year, it's been the perch shad for sure. What was your question, Ontario? I missed it. Clayton, canoe fishing. Sorry, just what's up?
Shout out to your grandma. She's on here.
That's funny.
I don't know if you can see it.
Hi, grandma. She probably won't type anything, but one of my grandma's like my favorite. My not my favorite. My most loyal watcher. That's awesome. Clayton, canoe fishing for huge lakers in Lake Athabasca. Oh boy, that'll be tough, but that will be cool though. I think we need more of Clayton and Cindy videos. Yeah, yeah. Well, she always did want to go for an overnight, so we'll see. We'll see if we can put her through that. I'll just put her on the cot. I won't sleep. Make sure she's warm all night. So yeah, that'll be like an overnight thing. We'll see. We'll see if she can handle it one day. We'll try it. We'll try it. Do you know the new dinner bell colors will launch? No, I don't. I don't know when they'll launch, but like, look at this though. Insanity Pepper. If anybody wants to know how we came up with the name, we picked a winner on Instagram, and I believe they got sent to Rod. But if you go search Insanity Pepper Simpsons, there's like Insanity Pepper, and that's like, yeah. No muskies again this year. You and Jay scared. Shout out to your grandma. I'm not scared of muskies. It's just so far away for me. It's something I need to do at some point. I really do. I would love the whole muskie fishing side of it. So, do you think you could beat Tom Bully 1 versus 1? He catches little walleye, right? I'm just kidding. He obviously doesn't get his fish as good as lakes as I do in terms of for bigger walleye, but Tom Boley can catch fish. There's no doubt about it. But there's a lot of guys out there that catch fish that don't have YouTube channels too. Super sick. Heck yes. Cindy outdoes Clayton. She does. Any plans to film with In Fisherman again? Wow, that's years back. No, I don't have any plans to film with In Fisherman. I don't know if Christian still films for them. I'd like to do something with Christian again at some point. He's a buddy of mine, and I would love to do some filming with him again. What's your favorite dirty walleye lure? Rattlebaits and flashy, something with lots of flash, like color. Like when it gets to dirty water, I'll fish something pretty bright. Pretty bright. We should do a Clay versus Anthony. There you go. Can you do a fishing video at walleye pike at Dory Lake? There we go. I really want to fish Dory Lake. I've never fished it, and I bet you it's amazing. I look at that body of water and I'm like, I just need to go there. So one day I'll get there. I wish I could fish more places and everything like that. That'd be the dream, right? I need that color badly. Yes. And then Jay has one that, excuse me, he named Tutti Frutti or something like that, I think. I can't remember. I'm probably slacking on that name, but he had one that looks really good too. When's the Cascade trip? I don't even know when I can drive into the States even. Ned Riggs versus Rattlebaits heads up. Heck yeah. My friend can hook you up with some serious muskie fishing in North Dakota. Larry Smith Outdoors just landed about 7 in one trip. Oof, that'll be amazing. I just want to catch a 50-inch muskie. I want to catch a bigger muskie than Jay. That'd be the best. Just a bigger muskie than Jay. Oh, Jay's here too. Oh, whoops. Hi, Jay. Shout out to Jay. Look at this. Right when I said, did I just put him in timeout? No, we're good. Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay. Right when I said that I want to catch a bigger fish than Jay. Jay, I love you. I miss you. Oh, speaking of which, Jay, look what Jay just sent me. Besides the new spicy catch and cook, he also sent me Catch and Cook now makes a knife. Catch and Cook the knife. Look at this. You catch it, and we'll help you cook it. Took me a while to get into this knife with one hand. And look at this. Even with two hands, I forget how to open it. I'm such a mess, as Jay would say. Look at this. A folding fillet/boning knife. Pretty good. There's a good Christmas gift there, right there. And, good Christmas gifts for your wife to get you. Or if you get your wife this, I guarantee you that you'll get it. The trick is like the Christmas gifts when it comes for girlfriends and wives is get something that you want to use. Then you'll get to use it. I am a mess, Jay. Miss you. They should be, Jay. Clayton, stop talking so much trash about Jay's Eskimo. I did not talk any trash. I don't talk trash. Don't show off that catch and cook unless you brought enough for the whole class. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Jay, we need more videos. We're going to put that right there. Watch this. You know what? Now that I have this, how about Jay, how about you do a live stream with me in end of October? Let's get ready for ice fishing season. I'm using StreamYard now, so I can have two people on here. Are you in, Jay? Want to do a live stream with me? You don't have to answer any questions and that. I'll monitor this and I'll drill you with everything. How's that, Jay? Yeah. Everybody bug Jay. Say he's got to come on a live chat with me. Oh boy. Well, we've been going for about an hour and 4 minutes, and now that Jay's here, it's time to go. No, I usually run my live chat for about an hour, so that'll be kind of like Homer bought Marge the bowling ball. Yes, exactly. You nailed it. No, Jay, you don't need. I'm not wearing pants, so you don't have to. You're good. Clayton, you are a great guy. I want to be able to watch your channel for years to come. Such a great teacher. How can we best support you? Honestly, Mitch, the best way is just to keep watching videos, share it with people, comment, like, subscribe, as we always say, that stuff. Most importantly, probably share with other people, pass it on. That's the best way to do it. Like, like it's like when people send super chats and all that stuff, it obviously helps, but it's not what's going to make the channel go for years and years and years. So just keep watching. That's the biggest thing. If you keep watching and then the next person keeps watching, and the next person keeps watching, that's how the channel will keep growing. So pretty simple. If you want to support it, just keep watching. What lodge in Canada would you recommend that's semi-affordable for catching trophy lakers ice fishing? Two lodges come to mind right now. Three lodges come to mind. Four lodges come to mind. I would say five lodges come to mind. Clearwater Lake is one. So if you can find accommodations on there, Evergreen Resorts, Athapapiscow, which is we call Athapap, so Baker's Narrows and Caribou Lodge and Viking Lodge, and then Kississing Lake at Keetanel Lodge would be what I'd recommend. There is a lot of good places up there that you have a really good chance at a trophy lake trout. Some you can do guided, some you're going to do by yourself in that sense. So let me know if you're like really serious and you want to find something like that, but I can definitely help point you in the right direction, whether you want guided or non-guided. But Baker's Narrows is one that runs a guided operation that has some really good guides there and chases trophy lakers most of the winter. So yeah, Chris Archer, thank you so much, my friend. Let's have a shot of apple pie moonshine for you. I very much appreciate it. Me and Jay should make a podcast. Joey, we've talked about that in the past. Podcast is a lot of work and hard. It really is. Um, and I'd like to be I'd like to be fishing more and not always talking about fishing. There's some people that do fishing podcasts and they just spend time talking about fishing. Do you want to like literally watch somebody that fishes, or do you want to watch somebody that talks about fishing, right? Like that's probably why the biggest thing we don't make a podcast in that sense is we don't like schedules either. Schedules are so hard. So, but yeah. Are you scared to fly around uncharted lake in your boat? Not at all. I just take my time. I've hit some rocks, I've hit some reefs. It happens. I haven't really done much damage yet, though, so knock on wood. But I'm not scared because I have experience on one of the biggest bodies of water in North America, guiding for so many years. And after about 10 years of guiding on that lake, your fear factor kind of goes away. Your caution level is always there, but your fear is gone in that sense. Now, all it's going to take is one rock and it's going to rattle me, and my fear factor is going to come there again. But you do lose the whole fear factor at some point. It just takes time. On the Water Park podcast, there you go. You ever been to the Golden Corral? I have not. Your commander in chief needs to open the border. No, our border's open. Our border's open. You can drive to Canada right now and go fishing. We can't drive to the States, though. So your chief needs to open the border. You can come to Canada right now, though. You do need a vaccine or something, I think. But yeah, nah, man, that's why you're different than most. You put in some serious hours in the boat filming. Yeah, buddy, it's all about hours in the boat. Like, the more you fish, the more you learn. And that's the one thing I'm actually really looking forward about when I go back to guiding is I've fished more in the last 2 years than I've probably fished in the last 18. Like, I've always fished a lot, but now I've really fished a lot. So I feel like I've learned more and more the last 2 years of open water season. Like, really scared Jay away like a walleye. We must have pounded the bottom too hard, hey? Scared him away. Oh, he's like a pike though. He's like a little pike. He'll come back. He remembers where Emil is. He'll come back. In fact, he's probably still watching or at least listening in the background while he's editing something or doing whatever. He's there. He's like that little pike. He's there. Are you going to target purchase winner? Yes. That is on my list. I am going to catch a new PB perch. Last year I caught one that was 13 and a quarter or 13 and 3/4. I don't know. I caught a big perch last winter, but I'm going to get a 14-inch plus perch this year. Mark my words. One of those lodges that you mentioned, what one of those lodges would be best for the wife to be happy staying at the lodge? She doesn't want to go in the lake. Probably Baker's Narrows. They have out of the lodges I mentioned, that'll have like the nicest cabin for us. Some of them have fireplaces there too and whatnot, or some of the cabins have fireplaces. So yeah, see, look at Jay. I'm here and aggressive. I told you he's that aggressive little pike. I told you, and he's editing. Did I call it or did I call it? I know him too well. You ready for ice? I'm yes and no. I love open water fishing. I have some trips planned yet where I want to put a great big walleye in the boat, like 32-inch plus walleye. We're going to be doing some hard trolling, but yeah. I knew Jay was there. You want fear? Fish the Georgian Bay at the mouth of the French River. I don't like fear. You should do some more overnight ice fishing camping videos. That's going to be high on the list this year. 2 or 3 day trips, get out overnighters, and I'm gonna film more of those I think than anything. Clayton, do you fly fish for Lakers? I seen a video of a cool lady fly fishing for pike there. I have. Oh, the cool old lady. Actually, Jay helped film that right there. Um, yes, I do fly fish for Lakers. It's something maybe I'll try to do next summer once I get back to guiding and stuff. I can get up north. I would like to do some fly fishing Laker stuff, but I have fly fish for them. I have guided a couple of big lake trout on the fly, like really big. Yeah. Where's your favorite place for ice fishing? Probably up north in that Cranberry Portage area, at the Papaskow, Cranberry Lakes, Simon House. So many lakes out there to away, get out to and fish. And I want to do more exploring this year. Backcountry lakes is going to be a big thing this year. What did Cindy say? I missed it. Will will Clay take me? Maybe we'll take you. Maybe we'll take you. Any cool underwater camera ideas? Um, I don't really have anything like super planned in that sense, but I don't know. We'll see. Just underwater shots is one of my biggest priorities for sure. Jay, how can we get done CSO Yetis? Jay, how can we get done CSO Yetis or something? I don't know if I understand that, Blake. We're gonna have a drink too, Blake. Though I need to get up fishing in the docks, Blake. What will the videos be like when you start guiding again? I only guide for like 2.5 months in the summer, 3 months at the most, type of thing. So there's still going to be lots of videos come before the guiding side of it, and then the after the guiding side of it. Plus, I'm going to take some time off during the guiding and go explore a bunch of lakes that I've never been to. So yeah, we'll be doing some videos when we're guiding. Maybe I won't pump out 50 videos in the summer like this year. I think we're at 40, something like that for the open water content, which is awesome, I think. So maybe there will only be 25 videos next summer, but we're still going to keep pumping out videos. So, do you ever tip dinner bells with minnows for ice fishing? I use a minnow head and maybe sometimes like a small eyeball. As soon as you put bait on some type of flutter spoon, you're going to kill the action. Now, bait on a heavier, denser spoon, say like a Northland buckshot that's really dense, bait is better for it. But you don't want a lot of bait on these spoons that flutter out to the side. Come up, flutter out to the side because you kill their action. These fish better baitless. I'm ready for ice fishing. Haven't been able to launch the boat some lakes because the water's so low. I've heard that lots this year. You could show some guiding bloopers, just hidden cap. Yeah. What's your best braid to fluoro knot? I run the uni to uni knot, although I believe there's a knot I should be running that's called I forget the name of it. There's a better knot that you should tie, maybe Alberto knot. I think that's what I'm thinking of. But it's a really more complicated knot compared to a uni to uni knot. Uni to uni knot for me has always been solid. Some CSO Yeti mugs. CSO Yeti mugs. I could make some CSO Yeti mugs. I probably missed it. What are you powering your new boat with? I'm powering my new boat with a 90 horse Mercury 4-stroke with the big tiller arm. So I'm going to have a heated grip. More excited about the heated grip than anything, I think. Blood knot? No, blood knot isn't that good for braid to fluoro, in my opinion. I don't know. Have I tried Ned rigs for walleye? I have. I actually have some videos for the Ned rig for the walleye. I do. Do you know when the micro dinner bells are coming back into stock? I don't. Here, you want one of these maybe? Oh, Yard sale. Like these micro dinner bells right there. Oh, look at that little cat. But they forgot to send me the rest of the stuff with it. Yeah, that's the micro dinner bell. Look at that. Micro. This one actually, this size right here, the medium, is probably like my biggest go-to walleye bait lately. I haven't obviously used this color, but the medium size one, oh, that's money. And then the large size one. The medium size one is the ticket. Ouch. There's one here. FG knot. There we go. FG knot. That's the knot I was thinking of, not the Alberto. The FG knot. Thank you. Look at this one that you guys will never get your hands on. When we were designing it, there's just a straight chartreuse. You know, sad I'm going to be if I ever lose this one. Surgeon's knot, not as good either for walleye or for braid to fluoro. FG knot is like your strongest knot for sure. For sure. Teespring makes some solid tumblers and decent mugs. You know what? I think I have actually. I have a CSO mug on the website then, from a tumbler. I do. Clayton crappie trip this season. If Jay takes me, yes. No, crappie fish is. I need to do some crappie. I really, really do. Like crappie are a fish I've never caught, and I really need to. I need to catch a crappie so I can feel like a man again. And catch a bigger one than Jay. Whatever saltwater knot guys suggest for braid to fluoro is the one you should tie. Exactly. The FG knot is what they suggest. Clayton blood knot is the only knot fly fishermen need for leader to tip it. What's braid? I know. Well, there's your problem. You know, I've always said this. I love fly fishing. I hate fly fishermen. No, I mean that in the sense of the guys that will only fish with a fly rod and that's it. The guys that are like, I'm not using a rod because I only fly fish, and it's like I'll pick up a fly rod in a heartbeat, but I'm going to use every rod too, right? Like I'm going to use the best rod for that situation. Yeah. Carter, the Conrads are using them for tank brook trout. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Carter just used the dinner bells for open water walleye lately. I know. What's the coldest temperatures you like to run your boat in? 33 degrees. No, I don't know. Usually when I get close to that freezing time, I'm usually packing stuff away to get ready for ice fishing now that I'm filming and stuff. But I'd literally like I'd fish in 34, 35 degrees. Just drain your water out like at night type of thing. Like turn your motor all the way down, get all that water drained out. And then when you get it in the morning, start it or even just put it in the water and trim your motor down and just let it sit there for a minute or two before you start it. Your boat can freeze to your bunks and all that stuff, but just take your time more in the morning. When it gets cold, the biggest thing is just to like slow your process completely down. It's not like when it's in the summer, you jump in your boat, you got it, and you go. Like when you get in your boat, slow your whole process down in terms of your launching, in terms of your starting time, all that. Slow your whole process down a lot. Early ice pike, where are they going to be? I don't know. I don't do a lot of early ice pike. I'm usually chasing walleye early ice because walleye get a little bit tougher in our area come January, February. So I chase walleye pretty hard November, December, transition over to pike and lake trout and all that stuff. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of people ask, how come I don't fish lake trout in December? Or how come I don't fish lake trout in November? Or all that stuff. It's like, it's because, well, that's like the time for the walleye, right? It's like, that's my time to put some walleye videos out. If I did a bunch of other stuff and waited to do walleye in January, February, I'm going to be missing out. So remember that fish definitely certain species are better during certain times of the year. Like I plan a lot of my trips or a lot of my fishing around prime times for that species. So there's a hot tip. Probably my hottest tip of the night. Clayton, why don't you fish walleye tournaments? This will be the last question I answer. And because it's just a time thing. Time. Walleye tournament fishermen are a different breed. They put a lot of time in. They're really good at dissecting a lake, figuring stuff out, and I need to spend more time filming and worried about the camera than I am so much the tournament. It's hard to mix the both together. It really, really is. So yes, thank you everybody. And look at this. Now that I have a new thing, banners here. I have a thing. Nope, brand. Watch this. Don't forget. Get outside. I can do this on a live chat now. How awesome is that? Get outside. You guys are awesome. We'll have another live chat here probably another week or so after. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. You guys are the best. Get outside. Get her. How is it? Get outside.